is happening, Magnusites? So, I actually saw this clip the other day. Just, flipping through Instagram. And I didn't think nothing of it. It cuts right off at, that guy isn't real. And I'm like, what? And I'm like, okay, someone's having some type of psychotic episode. But then I'm hearing, take a look at this. The guy that was being accused of it actually responds. And people are like, check this out. So I'm like, okay, because they're saying, oh, they're accusing him of being a reptilian? That's what he was being accused of? These reptilian ET overlords, interdimensional serpent beings that actually rule us or something type of stuff in the conspiracy theory level of whatever. Let's take a look at this.
I'm telling you, it's the off, and there's a reason why I'm getting the off in everyone. Can either believe it or they cannot believe it. I don't give two but I'm telling you right now, that back there is not real.
Alright, so the internet has heard the story of the woman on the plane with the reptilians. But thanks to her delaying the flight, I just got home, so now it's my opportunity to tell my side of the story as the guy in the hoodie. So we're attempting to fly out of Dallas, Fort Worth, and then basically this woman, she sits next to me and she's clearly been drinking. I'm minding my own business, and sure enough, she sees my hoodie that has this Freemason logo on it. And on top of that, she noticed my ring, so she started to ask questions. Nothing dramatic, just asked me, do I know what these symbols mean? Why am I wearing it? What's the purpose? Yada, yada, yada. And long story short, I basically just say, hey, I'm a Freemason. I even briefly explained how I educate about Freemasonry here on TikTok. Next thing I know, she basically starts to grill me about low-level Freemason and that it's all Satanism and that it's ruled by reptilians and blah, blah, blah.
Right, I've heard all that.
So I simply put my hood up and I started to ignore her and basically just mind my own business. She starts getting louder and louder, and then basically she's like, you know that they worship Lucifer at the top, right? So I looked at her dead in her eyes and I said, I am Lucifer. I heard one individual laugh behind me, so I figured somebody got a kick out of it at least. She starts running up and down the aisles, freaking out, saying I'm a reptilian, and then all this other stuff, she's going to get off the plane, yada, yada, yada. It doesn't show all the footage, it just says that she's trying to get off the plane because of, I'm not going to say it here on TikTok, I don't want to get banned. But then also talking about how, I'm secretly also trying to take over the world. So I looked back at the guy that was basically chuckling before, and I winked at him. So I basically whispered something under my breath saying that, Freemasons don't care to rule the world. We rule the universe. And I looked back at the guy that was laughing before and just kind of winked at him because he started laughing again. Well, I didn't think that she could hear me, but evidently she did, and it actually escalated it even further, and then they delayed the flight, and so on and so forth. So moral of the story, don't believe everything you hear on the internet. And Freemasons don't care to rule the world when we rule the universe.
Okay. I was gonna say she did not seem sober. She seemed intoxicated of some sort. I have heard there may be even more stories related to something like this of other flights. And so I just send me what I need to know. But I was like, what? Why does it just end there? He's not real. I'm like, what? Oh, okay. Listen, every single thing that he just said that she was talking about, I've heard of. I've seen tons of videos. I've seen a ton of stuff about the symbols and what they teach and what they don't teach. I was actually offered to become a Freemason by a high-level Freemason before. I did not take the opportunity. I figured I had to do my homework before I decided to do something like that. I know Shaq. Shaq's a Freemason. Talks about it all the time. Wears his rings. I'm a Freemason. He says all this stuff. But, yeah. So, whatever. I don't know what to say. I feel like it feels like a nothing burger. Could he actually be? Ooh, I guess. But I don't know. Let me see something. Reptilian airplane Yahoo News. Oh God, let me see. Passenger. Let me see. When was this put out? This was put out. This was put out today. So it says videos showing a passenger raving, having a meltdown on a plane are a dime a dozen these days. But the most recent meltdown, to go mega viral, has a startling and bizarre twist. The video shows a woman frantically trying to get off of a plane. She has seen a passenger in the back of the aircraft who seems to think he was not real. Now, a search is on to find her and figure out what the hell went down on the plane. Part of what makes the TikTok video so bizarre is that the woman appears to be perfectly normal. She's well dressed, speaking clearly. That's the one thing I was like, she didn't seem, it doesn't seem to fit any of the stereotypes that would normally make this kind of video so easy to dismiss. And the intensity and obvious fear with which she speaks makes one thing clear, that Ron playing to play the game. Bars! Yahoo News. Whatever it is she thinks she saw appears to be very real to her. I'm getting F off this plane, she's heard saying emphatically as she storms up the aisle. It's just basically just telling us what happened. Visibly upset, her voice then constricts as if she's on the verge of tears as she points to the back. But I'm telling you, warning everyone on this plane. She then issues a sobering warning to everyone. You can sit on this plane and you can die with them or not. I'm not going to. Of course, the internet has erupted into mockery and jokes. Yeah, I saw other videos where people would splice themselves in, to it. Like when she was like, he's not real. And then she'll do like eating the sandwich. Like, huh? Like, what? They claim it was a flight attendant she accused of not being real. Intoxication is, of course, the first thing most of us would assume when hearing news of a video in which a woman has a plane meltdown, because she seems to have seen some sort of apparition on the plane. We've all seen Kristen Wiig's infamous booze-fueled hallucination of a colonial woman on the wing of a plane. I didn't see that. I didn't see that. And according to a woman who says she heard from someone who witnessed the incident, alcohol definitely played a role. Another TikToker says the passenger told her the woman in the video was seen drinking before she got aboard. And after her AirPod fell out of her ear, she began accusing her seatmate of stealing them. Yeah, that's, Flight attendant quickly intervened and tried to calm her down, and that's when she starts flipping out and saying the flight attendant is not real. So it wasn't the flight attendant. Things got out of hand. You have to turn the whole plane around, Rose went on to say, and when the woman starts yelling, everybody's going to die, they had to deplane everyone, do a sweep for bombs, and good Lord! Which resulted in a delay for hours. Oh my God. Comedian Carrot Top also happened to be on this flight, which was scheduled to fly into Orlando, Florida. This lady lost her marbles, Carrot Top wrote on Facebook, congratulating American Airlines for how they handled the situation. It's really maddening how one nut job can ruin everyone's plan. Just jump on Twitter for a while and you can see millions of nut jobs ruining everyone's day. Oh, not everyone believes what happened is so simple. However, one TikToker says that the woman might have psychic abilities and may have well seen something in the back of the plane, I guess. Kelly says she's genuinely, she says she did see something and theorizes that the alcohol the woman is known to have drank might have heightened her awareness. When you drink, it's called spirits, she said. Therefore, when you drink, you are more susceptible to seeing apparitions of a spirit. I heard it was called that because with certain alcohols, you can actually see, the coming up, kind of like heat. You can kind of see heat coming up. That's what I heard. That's how they got their name. Kelly says herself she has experience while drinking at events like weddings. I got a friend who swears that she can see when you've got anything bad going on. So if you're like severely depressed, you got darkness around you or something's wrong with you, she said there's always like a dark haze above them. She told me this after years of knowing her. She said she can see it. I said, well, what I look like? She was like, you're clear, you're fine. I was like, all right, good. She swears. She said, I don't tell too many people. She said, but I can see it. I know every time I can see when someone's going through something really bad. Kelly went on to say she believes that the woman, what she saw was dark energy. Look at that. Just talking to my friends. So her fear is understandable. I'd have to obviously speak to her to see exactly what she says she saw. Kelly says, but warns that we live amongst these creatures every single day. So I want to confirm, yes, she did see something, and it was not of this world. Listen, I've heard of some crazy experiences, and since the original video, many follow-up videos have been posted, reportedly showing the man the woman is referring to. One video in particular shows the man in the green hoodie that viewers have accused of being a reptilian and blinking sideways. Another man has come forward with his own TikTok video recounting the situation, saying that he was sitting a few rows behind the woman and the man in the hoodie. I noticed this exchange between the woman and this dude in the hoodie. He explained, saying that despite the woman having a full-blown conversation with the man in the hoodie, he never said a word to her. Telepathic conversation, wrote one person in the comments regarding the alleged exchange. She didn't realize it until later. Hoodie guy knew the whole time. People are waiting to hear the woman's point of view. Given that the woman is likely in legal trouble over the incident, we probably are not likely to hear her side of things until then. Keep an eye peeled. Okay. Wow. Post comments down below. Let me know what you think. Send me anything. Tag me on Twitter. Now Threads. It's easy to get at me on Threads and Twitter. Twitter's really good. I do check when people tag me on stuff. So it's a real good place. Just let me know. Okay. 10 million subscribers. Woo.